What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're gonna talk about the top five MVP cases for this season. There's a lot of guys that's been moving up and down, guys getting off to a hot start and cooling off. Injuries and COVID has really messed up a lot of people cases. And a lot of teams and players just don't have the records, to back up their cases for being an MVP because winning is a part of it too. So I want to give you my honorable mentions. I want to start from five all the way up. Damian Lillard, he has played fantastic coming off a season when he averaged 30 and 8. He's going to have to do it again. No Yusuf Nurkic and no CJ McCollum for a long period of time. Luckily for them, they still is in the playoff race and they still is in the playoff spot as this video is recording. And it's because Dame hits the game winners and he has will. And, he forces teams to defend him. He caused a lot of chaos on the court because, he's a guy you have to watch out for. You can't give him no space. You can't give him no room. And he has the ability to get to the basket. And he has improved his vision to a certain extent. And he is a lot more unselfish because of the attention that he gets. And he does have to rely and trust on his teammates. And he's willing to do that. But when you look at the numbers, that's his MVP case right there, and the fact that the Blazers have been one of the best teams in the NBA so far, and that's been pretty consistent all season. You have to give Dame his credit. The bad part about it is the record isn't great enough, and his defense is just not that good. And a lot of the times that really holds them back defensively from really becoming a great to elite team, which they haven't been able to become with Dame and CJ as their duo. But other than that, when it comes to intangibles, when it comes to mentality, when it comes to leadership, and when it comes to consistent play, Dame has been one of the best, and that's why he's going to be in the conversation all year. If he continues to play like this or better, he can even crack the top five if his team starts winning at a higher level. Paul George, he was in the conversation because obviously when the season started, he got off to an enormous start, but I think he cooled down a little bit, not to the point where he's bad or he fell off, but he come back to an all-star level. And, I do want to see him continue to play like this, not just in the regular season, but also in the bubble. But it is good to see him healthy. It is good to see him locked in and engaged. And he's out there trying to prove a point, and he's out there trying to show that he is still one of the best players in the world. And I think he's accomplishing that. But the problem is, number five, I have Kawhi Leonard. He looks healthy. He looks fresh and he looks ready to go. And if his defense steps up a little bit more, he can move up this list. But when you look at the numbers, they're great, and they have been pretty good the last couple weeks. And he has been taking over games. He's been killing teams, and the Clippers are amazing this year, the best record in the entire NBA. And a lot of it does have to do with Kawhi Leonard playing in more games, Kawhi Leonard playing in back-to-backs, and just being available. And it helps them chemistry-wise. The more they play together, the more they get used to each other, the chemistry rises, and also the confidence rises. And if you're a superstar, you should be doing this. Your team paying you this money, they're relying on you. You should be able to be there for them because that's the whole point of them, being committed to you. And it's good seeing Kawhi Leonard able to still be dominant in these performances that he is doing in back to backs. And he's showing you that he still is one of the best players, which nobody really questioned, but it is good to see him doing it throughout the entire season. That was my biggest challenge to Kawhi Leonard. Play more games and be available in basically all the games if you can. And that seems like his same goal. And he's showing you that, he can get it done. And the team's just loving him. And I love him enough to put him in the MVP conversation. You don't really hear too many people talking about Kawhi Leonard. You don't really hear people making a case, but I will do it, and he deserves it, and he has played better than Paul George right now, and that's why I have him at five and Paul George out. Number four, Kevin Durant. When you look at the numbers, he's probably the MVP. The best numbers in the NBA is Kevin Durant. The problem with Kevin Durant winning MVP is this team has been so bad defensively, but not only have they been bad defensively, they have been so inconsistent, not being able to string together losing games that they should win. Kevin Durant hasn't closed enough games. A lot of games that they lost was mainly because of Kevin Durant not hitting the shots or not taking over and just sealing the deal. And some games he did it, but some games he doesn't. But that's not Kevin Durant. We know him as one of the best closer, one of the most unstoppable players in the league. He's getting his rebounds, he's getting his assists, and he's going out there, obliterating every team, averaging 31 points per game, which nobody's seen coming off of Achilles, but it's something that he is able to do. But until this Nets team turn around defensively and actually get a significantly better record, which they should now that they have James Harden and Kyrie back, until they really show how good and how dominant they are as a trio, and Kevin Durant being the leader of the trio, the best player of this trio, I'm still going to have Kevin Durant low. Like I said, when I look at the stats, he's probably the best player in the world right now. But when you look at teams like the Sixers and you look at teams like the Clippers and you look at teams like Denver or even the Lakers, they all have better records even though they have just about the same amount of talent or less. And that just shows you how inconsistent that the Nets have been, and Kevin Durant is a part of that. He has missed games. He has missed opportunities to seal and win games, and a record just doesn't look that great. If I had to be honest, it's good enough to get them in the top three in the East, but when you look at the talent and you look at what they have available, they should be the best team in the Eastern Conference easily. But they haven't been able to get that once this year with this trio, and that's something that we thought will be easy for them. A lot of people think this team is coming to the finals, and they have a lot of things they need to figure out if they want to get there. And if you get there, you want to win the title. So there's no point in getting to the finals if you're not going to win it all. And if that's the case, they have a long way to go still, as they have played so bad on both ends of the court when it comes to winning games. And that's why they haven't been as dominant as we thought they would be as a trio. And Kevin Durant is a part of that too. So I have him fourth. Number three, I have LeBron. LeBron has been fantastic, shooting well from three, relying a lot more on the jump shot, but it's going in, and he's hitting shots from all over the court while also still playmaking, rebounding, and leading his team. And, it was one point where I thought LeBron was MVP, but with the Lakers sliding and him being a big reason because of it, this is a war that, you have to do it every night. And if you don't, somebody's going to pass you up or somebody's going to have a better case than you. And with nobody running away with the war right now, that's the part that makes this run so crazy. It's not this one guy that's standing out above everybody else. All these guys are having a legitimate chance of winning this award this year, and LeBron had a chance to run away with it, but instead they took a big step back the last 2 weeks, to my personal opinion, and that's why I have LeBron going third instead of number one. Number two, Jokic. He's a guy that rose because he was already putting up the stats and the numbers, but the wins wasn't backing up his case for MVP. Now the wins are coming. The record is a lot better than it was before, and they're a lot more healthier. And Jokic has been carrying them, whether it's getting a triple double or dominating offensively, or just understanding his teammates and where they are at in the corner and just making them better. Jokic has been amazing. He has been absolutely outstanding the entire season. It just they haven't had enough talent to really, have a case for actually being good this year. But now they're starting to figure it out. Now they're starting to get healthy, and Jokic is still being the dominant Jokic that we were accustomed to seeing, and that's why he is second right now. But if he can continue playing like this or even better, he's going to be the MVP this year. But it's just about seeing it and actually seeing if he can get it done, and that's what we have to check out as the season goes on. And number one, Joel Embiid. He has been dominant pretty much the entire season, and the record has been great. The bad part about Embiid, the reason why he might lose it, is the availability. Him missing games, they only won one game with him missing. So if they continue going down that trend, the record comes back down to earth. Plus, other guys play more games. Plus, they have a better season than him. Joel Embiid can have a chance to win the MVP, but he also gonna have a chance to lose it if he can't stay healthy and he can't continue to dominate and be efficient. I'm proud of Joel Embiid. He really challenged himself. He really changed a lot of things about himself, and the reward is he's the MVP so far this season. And the success of the Sixers really does have to do a lot with Embiid being a dominant defender and being an unstoppable offensive player that can attack from all angles on the court at an efficient level. And that was just something that he couldn't do until this season because he has never done it. But he is doing it now, and the team is benefiting from it, and they have looked amazing, this entire season. Instead, when Joel Embiid is available. But other than that, I have no problems with Embiid. I like what he has done, but I do think he is an MVP that's replaceable because he doesn't play every game, and he's one big injury away from missing 2 to 3 weeks, and that will be the end of his case. So if I had to pick him for MVP, it will be him for right now. But I don't know if he's going to be MVP when the season is over because of the availability questions, and the question is, can he do this for an entire season? And I think it's legitimate because he has never done it in his entire career. So he has some things he has to prove. He has some things he has to show, and he has to continue to be dominant when he does play if he wants to get this award. But other than that, it will be Joel Embiid. Other than that, check out my website. It will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page also. It'll be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Not only that, check out my spreadshirt that will also be in the description and comment section below. Leave comments. I read every comment, what you agree with, what you disagree with, what your top 5 list, who should be in, who should be out, who should be the MVP. Let me know. If you're new to the channel, I have over 2,000 videos, so check those out. And subscribe, like, and share. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, signing out, and I'll be coming to y'all with a new video tomorrow. Do y'all thing. Enjoy y'all day.